What's up, guys? It's your boy Kazaris back with another fun little deck profile, and today we have the brand new, even more consistent Fortune Lady FTK. We just got Fortune's Future, which reads: you can select one of your remove from play Fortune Lady monsters and return it to the graveyard, and then draw 2 cards. Before this card, this deck was a little more inconsistent, but since we got this, we can, if we see the Fortune Lady combo, if we resolve that combo, we will almost always win, unless we draw extremely poorly off of it. But that's just like really, really bad luck. So essentially, for those who don't know the Fortune Lady combo, it requires either light or one of your 2 past here, and then one of your 3 calling. And then so Fortune Vision acts as either one of these because it adds a Fortune Lady card. So if you have one of these 3, you can activate Fortune Vision and add calling. If you already have calling, you can activate it and add one of these 3. So, assuming you have Past and Calling, you'll normal summon Past, activate Calling to summon Light from deck. Past's effect will activate to banish Light to increase her own level by 1, making her level 2. And then when Light is removed from the field by a card effect, she'll be able to special summon a Fortune Lady, so you summon Water. And then when Water is special summoned while you have a Fortune Lady of a different name, you can draw 2. So Past is now level 2, and Water is level 4. So you can synchro for Starter's Charge and draw an additional card. That's the combo. That is the main combo. So you have your 4 card starting hand. Calling took a card out of your deck. Light took a card out of your deck. So now you have 14 cards left in deck. Water drew 2, so now you have 12. And Charge drew 1, so now you have 11 cards left in deck. By this point, you want to hope to see either your Fortune's Future or one of your De-synchros here, because then this is what's going to continue your plays to keep drawing through your deck. So when you activate De-synchro, you're going to target your Charge to summon back Past and Water. And now, since Water is special summoned while you control a different Fortune Lady, you draw 2 more. And then you keep doing that until you get to the point where you have no cards left in deck. Essentially, also you have like 7. You play a 17 card deck because Into the Void is just a blank space. When you see Into the Void, you just play it and draw another card from your deck. So essentially, if you just resolve all 3 of these, you have 17 cards in your deck. So all of this math is out of 17 cards. But yeah, so resolving De-synchro 3 times will give you 6 additional draws off of Water. Fortune's Future will put back the banished Light to the graveyard to draw 2 more. And then Magical Stone Excavation can discard 2 cards to add back a De-synchro to get an additional draw with Water. So that's 10 draws off of all that. And then Into the Void would have made it from 11 from the starting combo, leaving it with 11 cards. Into the Void, resolving 3 of them makes it 8, and then there's 10 draws off of Water and Fortune's Future give you a -2, result in your deck having -2 cards. Essentially, you've drawn through your entire deck plus 2 more of the cards that you don't even have. And then to make up for that, we're using Pot of Benevolence to put back 2 Dragon's Gunfire. This is the main win condition of the deck. If you control a dragon monster, which will be your Samsara here, you'll be able to burn your opponent for 800 damage. So you resolve 3 of these, put back 2 with Benevolence, and then resolve De-synchro 1 more time. And then Water will draw 2 more of these, and then you'll just re-synchro for Samsara here, and then burn twice more. Burning 5 times 800 is 4,000 damage exactly. So that's the FTK right there. You have a 45% chance of opening Calling and a 45% chance of opening Past, because you're playing 4 copies of each in a 17 card deck, and you want to see both. So you have a 60% chance of opening Past and a 60% chance of opening Calling, but opening them both together is a 45% chance. So that's what I meant to say. Because essentially, like I said earlier, Into the Void is just a blank card, so we're treating this deck as if it was 17 cards. So all of this math is out of 17 cards. So Fortune Vision behaves as a 4th copy of Calling, Ed, Past, or Light. So essentially we have 4 of each. If we see Calling, we activate Vision, search Past. If we see Past, we activate Vision, search Calling. If we just see Vision, we want to resolve Into the Voids to try and get one of these in our deck, and then we'll use Vision to search whatever we didn't draw. But that's the deck. It's over 50% consistency. I think it's like 60% roughly. So restart math makes it a little different, because essentially we have a 45% chance of opening a hand twice. It doesn't add. It's not exactly 90%. That's not how it works. But I think it adds 12 or 15%, so it goes back up to 60% consistency. And And as long as we go first or we go second into no interactions from our opponent, then we should FTK. So yeah, so that's the deck. It's a little confusing, but once I show it in action, you'll understand the plays more. So let's just jump right into some duels. Alright, so we're up against a Tristan Taylor. We're going second. We have the combo. That's absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So, as long as he has no points of interaction. Oh, wow. Okay. Like I said, we win always going first. Or yeah, we win a good percent of the time going first, but sometimes going second is just we can win those too in games like this. So we're going to use Past's effect here, changing itself, banishing light to increase, and then we're going to use light's effect to special water from deck, draw 2 off of water. Beautiful. See the De-synchro, and then we see Charge Warrior here. Draw 1 more. Gonna De-synchro. This should be game. We see 2 De-synchro is another draw 4. So we're gonna special summon light, special summon water, draw 2, and we see Fortune's Future. That's absolutely game. So Samsara, special, De-synchro again. You just want to go through all of your De-synchro plays and then get to the point where you see your entire deck and then structure your plays to FTK your opponent once you've seen your entire deck. So I'll show you once I get there. So I'm going to draw 2 more off of water, special summon Samsara again. So we have all Gunfire in our hand. I'm going to Fortune's Future, return light to graveyard, draw 2. So you have 1 calling in our hand, 1 in the grave, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're going to use the Fortune Vision here to search, get 1 more card out of our deck, essentially a draw. And then we're going to use Into the Void, draw 1, Into the Void, draw 1, Into the Void, draw 1. Alright, now we see the Pot of Benevolence. So here we're going to go Dragon's Gunfire, Dragon's Gunfire, Dragon's Gunfire. So in this instance, since we went second, we had an additional card, and the Fortune Vision acted as a draw 1 as well. So we don't have to resolve one of these draw 2s, which is kind of cool. So essentially, we don't have to use this magical stone excavation to kill our opponent. So we're going to put back 2 Gunfire. No. De-synchro 1 final time. Put back Samsara. Special summoning Past in water. Water to draw 2. Remake the Samsara so that we can burn our opponent with Gunfire. And that'll be the ball game there. Pretty nice. Big old Gunfire blast to the face. Easy enough. There we go, boys. That was disgusting. Like going second didn't even matter there because we had the Fortunately combo already. Like the going second draw didn't give us the combo, so it didn't matter. So yeah, awesome. Let's do another one. Alright, we're up against Asito Kiba. I'm going second. Nope, our hand is perfect. So this is same thing as the first game. We're going second, but that extra draw going second doesn't make the difference. And here he has no points of interaction, so we're just gonna kill him. I'm gonna pass calling for light here. I'm just gonna use the Fortune Vision, just because we want this water to draw as a De-synchro ideally. So we don't want it drawing us one of these 2 cards that we're going to add here. So now we get to use Past's effect, changing its own level, banishing light to increase. Doesn't matter. So Fortune Vision reads, if one of your cards is banished on your turn, you can activate its effect, and then monsters you control can't be destroyed by card effects. So it really shouldn't matter, but going second it can matter, so that we don't get trenched here, I guess. But again, it's not the end of the world. So we see the De-synchro. We're going to get charge here for an additional draw. The fact that this is part of the combo is really cool because the additional draw will make or break the FTK sometimes, in all honesty. So we're going to De-synchro. We already have a draw with Into the Void in our hand, so I'm not worried about not seeing another De-synchro. So we saw one there. I'm just going to do this now. Put us at an even 6 cards left in deck. Samsara. De-synchro again. We have 2 Gunfire in our hand. Special summoning Past and Water. Water, draw 2. Fortune's Future, draw 2 more. So in this instance, I'm going to, we should have 1 Into the Void left in deck. Okay, so here, I'm going to use Magical Stone Excavation, discarding the 2 extra calling to add back a De-synchro. Because if I use Into the Void here and I don't draw that last Into the Void in my deck, then I have 1 card left in my deck and I can't resolve a draw 2 without losing. So the deck has to evenly have draw 2s left so that you can resolve them without decking yourself out. So I'm going to make Samsara here, then De-synchro. So I should have a De-synchro and an Into the Void left in my deck. So I'm going to put back the Samsara, special summoning Past and Water. Draw 2 more. Alright, Into the Void and De-synchro. Perfect. Now we see these. Now we go Samsara. Now in this case, again, since I went second and used Fortune Vision and had that extra draw, one of my draw 2s doesn't have to be used. Because I essentially just went through, I can go through 24 cards in my deck essentially. So nope. And then I'm going to Pot of Benevolence, putting back my prismatic Gunfires, of course. And then I'm going to go Into the Void twice, or I could just De-synchro, it doesn't matter. But I'm just going to do Into the Voids because it saves a little bit of time. Then Gunfire, and Gunfire. And that's the FTK. There it is. Nice and simple. Oh, loser. He's surrendered. That sucks. I don't blame him. It's degenerate, but I want to show it off because I feel like it's a little too consistent. Konami might have to hit Gunfire to 1 or something like that. But in the meantime, I'm going to enjoy it. Get free wins where I can. So yeah, let's do another one. Alright, we are up against a Leo. I don't know why. Maybe equipment exchange? What could it be? I'm going second. We're going second. Do we restart? So if we restart, we don't get we skip our draw phase. If we go, so like we have 4 callings on our deck, so we have a 25% chance. Oh shit! Well, I forgot there's a time limit on it. So now we have a 25% chance of seeing calling. If we restarted, I think we would have had a 45% chance of opening the combo again. So I think we should have restarted, but we might get lucky. It's like resolving Twin Barrel Dragons with double heads. That's our chance of winning this game. We are still going second though, so it might not even matter. Level Aug, Sun Saga. Okay, so he's gonna make Sun Saga here, which really shouldn't matter. If we can FTK him, we can FTK him, doesn't matter. As long as that last card in his hand isn't like a Floodgate or Canadia, we're fine. You might just end on Sun Saga pass, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, yeah, shit. That's gross. 25% chance. There we go. So we don't want to summon Past here because we drew the light. So if we summon Past, we can't summon light from deck. So we have to normal summon light so that we can summon the other Past we have in our deck. We're going to change Past's level, banish light, increase, use light effect, summon light. We already have a Fortune's Future, so that's at least a draw 5 on a turn. Water, Fortune's Future, or Yeah, Fortune's Future and the Stardust Charge here. So there's the De-synchro. Gross. Sorry, my dude. 25% chance for you to lose that game. But he doesn't know that. So you can at least die thinking we would have killed him anyway. So I'm going to use this here, add the last calling to our hand. Yeah, just that we're drawing good cards and not bad cards. Samsara. Wait a minute. Into the Void. Okay, it didn't matter. We didn't have to draw the De-synchro there because we had the magical stone to add back the one in our graveyard. So that wasn't like make or break right there. Water, draw 2 more. Make Samsara. De-synchro 1 final time. And again, make sure you have 2 cards left in your deck always. So use Into the Voids to fix those odd number of cards you have left in your deck. De-synchro 1 final time. Yeah, don't accidentally target their Sun Saga. That would suck. Water draws twice more. There's our last Gunfire and our last Into the Void. Whee! 800. 800. 800. Benevolence. Into the Void. Draw 1. Into the Void. Draw 1. 800. Game. Hooray! It's disgusting. I feel dirty. I feel dirty, boys. I might need to take a shower after this, but it's oh so beautiful. Let's do another one. We're going second against another Carly. No, I don't want to restart because we're going to get 2 draws. If we restart, we have a 45% chance. Yeah, so if we restart, we have a 45% chance of opening it, but we also have a small chance of opening water. So he's going to combo here. As long as he doesn't see like Canadia, TTH, or Floodgate, we should be fine as well. Like, probably going to lose going second anyway against this deck, but we'll see. Ooh, wow, he's got Fortune's Future, my ass. It's a lot of back row, kid. We'll see. Just 1? I mean, if you had more than 1, why? I mean, I don't know why he would set before he synchroed. That's weird. More? Another one? 3 back row. Okay. Well, gotta try it. Into the Void. Let's see. Nope, we lost it. We can check it. We can check his deck, but like, there's no way he fucking won that. Nah, well, maybe not. 1-3, 1-3, 3-3, 1-2, 1. Could have been like, I don't know. There had to have been a Chalice or a Floodgate down there somewhere, probably. So yeah, we probably lost that one. Let's do another one. Alright, we're up against the Paradox Bros. We're going first. Let's cuck his rank up. Come on. Give it to me this time. Come on. Yes. Alright, that's FTK. Fortune Vision. Add past or light, doesn't really matter. Past effect. So we're going to draw 4 cards here. 2 off Water, 1 off Stardust Charge, and 1 off Into the Void. Summoning light, don't summon water on accident. Summon light. Past effect, changing itself. Banishing light. Increase, yes, yes. Light effect, summon water, draw 2. Charge warrior. Alright, so now I need to see De-synchro or Fortune's Future. Draw 1. Fortune's Future, draw another one. Past, now I need to see De-synchro. Cool, beautiful. Almost bad, but not quite. Cuck this man's rank up. Special, special. Right, this should be it. That should be the ball game there, boys. Let's do it again. Samsara. Desync. Now again, we want to use these Into the Voids to correct the odd number of cards in our deck. So we have 3 left in deck now. We want to draw 1 more. Well, so we have a De-synchro left and a Magical Stone Excavation left in our deck. Huh. Okay, so weird. So we want to. So we have a De-synchro left in our deck. So this is a weird scenario. We want to Stone Excavation. This is risky. This is very strange. So what can we do here? Because we have to. Oh, I see it. Stone Excavation. Okay, never mind. Discard Past, discard Calling, add back Into the Void. There we go. Into the Void one more time. Grab the De-synchro out of our deck. There we go. And then we'll just Samsara. Right, there it is. Dragon's Gunfire 3 times. Pot of Benevolence, put it back. De-synchro, till the last 2. There it is. Okay. I thought we messed up. I was like, wait a minute. It was just a weird scenario where we had to add back Into the Void because we had an odd number of cards in deck. Benevolence. Put these back before you De-synchro. Remember to do that. Otherwise, you'll deck yourself out with Water effect. Because Water's effect is mandatory to draw, and then when you have no cards left in deck, you'll deck yourself out. So, special Past and Water. Draw 2. Make Samsara. Got him. Whew. Alright. Got the rank up, boys. There it is. Alright, cool. Alright, I think we've burned enough people for the day. I'm going to call it there. We lost a few times. I think we lost twice because of my miscalculations with math. Even though it's an FTK, it's not brain dead. You have to think. Like when you're in a scenario where you have to think about what the math on drawing a specific card is, you need to do the correct plays to maximize your chances of seeing that card. So for instance, if I open a hand of Fortune Vision with 2 Into the Void and like a De-synchro, I don't want to Fortune Vision and search before I draw, because if I search, now my draws have less of a chance of seeing a Fortune Lady card, because that Fortune Vision is it's either calling or light or past. So if I use it Into the Voids and then see one of those pieces first, then Fortune Vision can search the other one. Whereas if I Fortune Vision first and search one piece, now the draws are locking myself into seeing the other piece. So if I Fortune Vision or if I Into the Void twice and draw a Fortune Lady Light, now I can Fortune Vision to search Calling. But if I search Calling first, now I have to draw Light or Past. I can't draw Calling. Whereas I could draw Calling before and then just search the other one. So stuff like that, you have to think about the math behind it. It's not just brain dead, but it is degenerate. It's very degenerate. I'm going to go shower now. Thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.